I have a story about how I spent my summer in Siberia in underwear and flip-flops. So I start with that where I'm from. I am from Siberia. And if you don't know where is it and how far it is, let me just tell that in the ancient Russian Empire, when they canceled the death penalty, they replaced it with exile to Siberia. So that's how far it is. And it's make the development of the far region, remote region, is basically for free. So it works. So particularly I'm from Ireland. This island's name is Sakhalin. It's 40 kilometers north from Hokkaido, from Japan. And it's pretty big. It's like third of Honshu, it's the mainland of Japan. So me and my father, in the summer 2000, I'm around 16 years old. I'm still in high school, and we decided to go to Sakhalin to buy a new car from Japan because it's super cheap. And also, since we live there, we decided to close all formalities, documents, and other stuff. So my father is a former policeman. He's a captain, and he retired in age of 38. So the trick is when you go to Siberia to work voluntarily, you have some perks like short retirement age, apartment, bigger salary, more food stamps. So. And the idea is to get the retirement money from the place, because he was still registered there, and retirement money just collected in one place, and we couldn't get them, so we need to go to get them. So, and it was like 10 years worth retirement money, like a lot. It's enough to buy a nice new car and live like a king after. It's pretty cool. So. We arrived there, we get the money, we bought the car, we bought a Nissan Caravan, it's a van, it's a very good car for travel. And after this we go to my hometown where I was born. And my hometown was 300 kilometers to the north from the place where we stayed in the hotel. And it's the most beautiful road you ever see in your life. I see in my life. So the whole 300 kilometers, it's along the coast. On the left you have hills and mountains, and on the right it's a blanket of the sea and the clouds as far as you possibly can see. It's like 3 to 5 hours ride. So I saw my city again after I've been there a long time, I don't remember. I saw my kindergarten, I saw my old house, I saw my road between them because I used to go to kindergarten by myself. 1,000 population in the city. It's a coast city which used to live only by fishing. So we stayed there a week. We eat good food, we met the old friends of my father. We look at nature and sea and rivers. We used to fish with shovels. So, what is fish with shovels? The way how the modern industrial semi-legal fishing works in this region is you rent like around 100 meters of the river close to the river mouth and close it with a net. So when the salmon spawn, it's rushed to the river and stuck there. So you just bring the excavator and scoop the river from the river. But if you need only like 2 or 3, you just use shovels. Then I can see. So after this, we ride back and we have car accident. We crashed. Everyone was alright, but the whole front of the car was just destroyed. We managed to ride back, so it was rideable, but still crashed. And we put on the guarded parking spot because it was basically open. There is no windshield, So just put it there. We go back to the hotel, and we find out that evicted us because they didn't hear about us like a week, so they thought we was died or something like this. So like, oh, there's no plans, so we just pick up the stuff and just put it in the shelf. So they return our stuff and offer the room. It was super long day. We slept like that. So in the morning, my father wake me up. He like, Sash, did you hear anything? Did you hear anything strange during this night? I'm like, no. Why? We was robbed. We were robbed. So the new room was conveniently equipped with the fire escape, and during the pretty hot summer, the window was open. They took everything and take like money, all our money, clothes, key from the car. The only what they left is underwear and flip-flops. It's not very good outfit for Siberia, you know. So, thanks to our friends who we knew, they gave us a little bit of money, food, clothes, and it's allowed us to focus on the basically the problems, what we need to go to the next. So the next thing what we did, we rushed to the parking lot because someone had our keys, and my father just put me in a car and just said, "Stay here." He took the locks from the car, so he made new keys, and he took off. Solved problems, which we have handful. So beer and vodka, everybody knows what it is. That's what I found in the backseat. Being alone in the car 5 hours, do nothing, after a really stressful day, this shit was gone. When my father returns, he found out he has another problem. Wasted son in the backseat. But he didn't really care because he knew it was okay. On this time it was alright. So, from the other things, my father was a brilliant mechanic. This was his main business after he retired from the police department. So, for his friends, it was relatively easy to find immediate income job. So we found a car shop where we stayed and could work, make some money, and also fix our car. So the next month and a half, I live in the construction trailer with another 2 dudes. I don't know what this story when they live in the construction trailer, but for this summer it was my best friends. During the day I work in the shop, I help my father fix the cars, and during the night I was drunk, smoke weed and swim in the lake. I cut my foot in the car brake in the bottom of the lake. So when the documents was ready, with help of my mom, we have enough money to buy a ticket to the airplane. So, as a domestic flight in Russia from Moscow to Sakhalin, almost the same price as from here to Japan. So it's a lot of money. And it was a good idea to put me in a flight because I was useless there and it's another mouth. So removing me for equation was actually good. So my father returns later in October by himself through taiga. It's 10,000 kilometers. 2,000 of them there is no road. It was October, so it was winter, and it's a good month to ride this road because it's more smooth. So this thing that people think that's Russia, it's a frozen wasteland. It's true. It's about this place from October to March because the average temperature goes from -6 to -56. So he did eventually broke up the car in the middle of nowhere because it was so cold. Some part just snapped because it was frozen. But as brilliant as he is, he just fixed it using some part from abandoned tractor in the nearest settlement. So eventually we just sold this car half years later and bought another one directly from Japan and shipped it to the container. So no stupid journeys anymore. I managed to, with my airplane, I managed to brought 5 liters of red salmon caviar, which cost like 500 euros here and almost nothing in the island. So when they say that Russia is tough, or either life in Russia is tough, it's kind of true. Thank you.